table. What grinds our gears when building, photos, anime, manga, all that? What really said makes you go, you know what, to hell with this shit. To hell with it. I'm not. I wanna just start off. I know CD, you said earlier one thing, and I want to probably piggyback off of that later. One thing that I do not is what really pisses me off when it comes to building a kit is definitely building one and the pieces when you put it together, the shit just don't line up. When you want to take it apart, the shit's like when something breaks is when it gets frustrating. I feel like that's always a rookie mistake when you're building. So for like a peg to break off into a peg hole, um, when I'm putting something in and it just snaps and it's like, yo, come on. It feels like it makes me starts to question my skill and how far did I get in this hobby. Because I'm going, it's like the same stuff that I'm dealing with when I first started getting back in. Like, you know, before you even
build one versus build 50, still doing
correct. And I'm over here with the part separator, try to wiggle it off. Oh, there you go, pop. And that's probably the most frustrating shit. Outside of what you about to say, CD, outside of that, that's probably the most frustrating. It's breaking a piece. In photography, when I try to take photos, is when I see it on the table. I'm like, oh, that's dope. And I pull the camera out, and it's not how it looks. Especially when it comes to Gundams, because you look at a kit, you're like, yo, that shit look mean. You get a camera in front of it, that shit standing up, mono eye,
the Zaku neck.
You can see the Zaku neck, the ball joint. Like, yo, like never mind, man. I don't even want to take a photo of it. Take a photo. Anime and manga, I'm not really stuff really doesn't grind my gears when it comes to them. Maybe long drawn out episodes, you know, when it's like no action, like but it's no fillers, I guess. I'm not a big fan of fillers when it comes to anime.
Hell no.
But what about you, CD? What's something that grinds your gears?
So especially breaking pieces, that should like when I was building this Zaku. And like I was putting the skirt joint on, like pushed it too far back, and I heard it snap, and I just knew, like, but this shit can't happen. And I put a gun in its hand, took the gun out, and I guess I wasn't being gentle enough. Snapped off the little, you know, how the guns have those little pegs. That shit snapped off in the hand.
Yikes!
But losing pieces, dog. Losing pieces, and you're watching it fall. It hits the ground, and then you go to grab it, and it's not there, bro.
Gone.
It's like a void. I don't know how many times this shit happens to me where I knock it off the table and I stop everything, hold my breath, and I watch it hit the ground, and I go to pick it, bro, and it's just like,
because what that also does is, like I said earlier, it questions what the fuck are you doing, right? Like, because you spent $100 and something to get an L-shaped desk coupe, and yet you somehow don't build over the damn desk.
Why are you building in your lap?
I'm over here cleaning a piece, pop. What if I just take the time to get right here and clean?
Even then, it's just going to bounce on the desk and make that ping, and then it's going to fall into the darkness below you. And then you have to develop your X-Men superpowers and have super hearing, because you're going to hear another ping and then another ping, and it's going to stop. And you have to be able to tell where it landed, just like that. It's like a game show every time it happens. Dun, 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 dun. Where did your piece go? Dun, 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 dun. You don't know. Dun, dun,
I turned my house up multiple times, and then like never found the piece. Like the Moon Gundam, like I left the knees caps exposed. I thought it looked cool, but it's actually because I lost a piece. I tore my house up for weeks, months, and I lifted the couch up to grab something, and it's like right there at the edge. I'm like, bro, there's no way. There is no way that this piece is right here.
What about you, Austin? What's something that grinds your gears, bro?
Honestly, for me, it's gonna be when you go to top coat something and you end up getting just a little bit of frosting on it, and you're just like, I did everything correctly. It's not raining inside my apartment, right? I don't feel like there's a lot of moisture. It might be slightly cold, but you know, 73 degrees seems to be normal for a human being to exist at. So
I'm not.
Why are
sweating.
you frosting?
Right.
You just ruined my paint job, and it looked good, buddy. That, and also my other one is when you go to take your decals out of the water and they just so happen to crinkle around like an object, and they go soup, right, and just they just decide to become one with themselves.
Or the decal thinks you're the kit, and you like building.
Yeah.
And you look right here on the other side of your hand, and you see a major decal, not even like a regular.
Not the replaceable one, the one that says Wing Zero on it and shit.
Right, yeah.
The one you got to
The
place
most important decal.
The one you bought the decal sheet for.
Yeah.
And now you can't get it off. And you're like, okay, I have to now keep tapping with your finger. Hope there's more adhesion on your finger than there would be on your hand, which makes no sense. But you pray to the decal gods that it works.
Right.
And then you have to take it off your finger onto tweezers, dip it in water, hope it doesn't crinkle around itself again, and then slap it on. And guess what? Now there's a tight tear. It's wrinkly. It's not going to fit right.
Yeah, hair under there and shit.
Hair under there.
It's all crooked.
Right. And then when you dry, hope to God that it's a white kit, because if it's a blue kit, you can see all the imperfections underneath it when it dries.
Right. And then when it comes to those water slides that are a little bit too long, like the side skirts on like a Zaku, the white trimming on a Zaku, you have to peel that off, and it's like this damn long, and you're like, right, it's gonna rip, this shit is gonna rip, and then you can feel the decal ripping. You're like, you know what? To hell with it, man. To hell with it. Man.
As of late, the nipping, the sanding, and the white part still being there, that little scuff mark.
And you even tackled it with 400, 600, 800, 1,000, and you still see, hey, I'm still here.
Hey,
I don't worry about it, because guess what? You're getting primed over, Jack. So you can say hello all you want.
I'm with you though on the photography in the two Coop, like setting up this shot. Even when I took that picture of that Zaku, I'm like, oh, this shit's fire. This is it right here. Got behind the original picture and the ball joint.
You just see it just lingering over. Like, golly. That
pops the face paint off. That's why, like I said, this one's green. I'm taking this picture. I'm like, damn, why is this? He look like Doan's Island. Why is his face so long?
Shit's gone. There it is. He said, looks like Doan's Island. Also,
that's
you
why
might
the
not...
picture, the axe is up there. You can't see it. That shit's gone.
Also, you might not know about this yet, brother, but CD and I has been through this. The air gun, when you're spraying and everything's good, and that gun just goes spits all over the damn piece, and you're like, Lord Jesus, I can't believe this, man. Everything was just going smooth. Right. Don't do this to me, not now, please, not now, not now. That's what she's like. Yo, I'm exhausted. Yeah, she's like, I'm exhausted. Like, I can't. I'm like, yo, come on, not right now. You was flowing.
You get that gun shooting like Steph Curry, and Coop's talking about when she started shooting like Draymond, got that backpack on. God damn,
Brick.
Man.
I mean, like that shit. That's something like.
It always comes at the word. That's gotta be top 5. Like,
I think that's my number one. I think that's my number one. I don't. What issues do you have, Austin, when you do rattle can? Because I did a rattle can long enough for me to sit back and be like, besides the bubble, and I think that's just me being the early, like I spray paint. What did I spray paint? Spray painted the rattle can, the inner frame for the Wing Zero. Did it champagne gold, and I'm like, all right, it's good. I put the piece up. I can see the bubble start running down about to drip. I'm like, yo,
there's too many. Yeah, no, for me, it's got to be when it dries and you realize that there's still like not full coverage in one spot. Like you see it's blue, and then at one little corner, one little small individual corner, right? It's blue, and then tiny bit of gray, tiny bit of faded gray, then a bigger faded gray, and then like that, and then it's a little bit back blue, and you're like, I forgot to hold my hand and spray it at the 900 billionth angle of this directly into my left eyeball to make sure I got that.
Don't you hate that? You get it all, you're snapping it together, and you're like, wait, I didn't think this part was going to show.
But guess what?
It's showing.
Shoot,
Psych.
and you look at it and you're like, huh, everything's blue except for this one part that, that's a lot bigger than I thought it would be.
Right.
And it's on the front side. Damn it.
Right. It's one thing trying to like pose it at an angle, but when it's that major spot, you're just like, that's when you gotta make them life decisions. Am I really gonna do this? Austin, I know you're good for stripping it.
Yeah.
That is you're better than me, Austin. Stripping it. We all been here. This probably goes behind. If I had to rank them, number one would be when the gun spitting fucked up. The gun spitting fucked up for me is the number one. Number two is number one is probably losing a piece. No, that'll be number two. Gun spitting is fucked. Gun spitting is number one. Mm-hmm. Number two is losing a piece because I know I could go back and pull. All right, yo, this Zaku's just not going to. Exactly what CD did. Right, exactly. I can live with that. But the gun spitting, you're like, especially when it's on like a final color, a blue or red, and then peeling that masking tape back and it's not dry. Hot damn,
bro.
That's a tough one.
After doing the camo Jagan, I never want to go through masking hell again.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
The amount of times I would paint something, wait, paint it, wait, mask it, wait, paint it, wait. It was agony when you finally pull it all off and you realize you missed the most important part, the goddamn forearm, the front of the forearm. Not even like the upper, the lower, and you can't even like pretend it's part of the camo. Right. Because it's black and then it just stops and then it fades on somewhere else. Like you just look at it and you're like, let's see. I have probably at most 50 years left to live. So do I want to just spend any more of it on this?
No.
Right.
What was for the drip? Got to.
What about photography, Austin? What grind your gears when it comes to taking photos?
The formatting. When I'm on Instagram and Instagram only does 4x5, 1x1, or 16x9, and then I get 4x5 and 5x4 mixed up, and I crop all my photos to 5x4. I put all the logos on 5x4. I get everything in resolution 5x4 to remember when I upload it that Instagram does it 4x5, so everything's cropped, and I have to go back and do it all again.
Yeah, you're adding more than one picture. That first one, all right, this is bad. Then you try to go to add a second one, and that shit goes zoomed in as well.
Or the format you choose on the first picture and the second picture are different. So I learned that with if you go to my first picture on my Instagram, the Gundam real type color, if you realize the first color is in resolution and the next one is bad, the next one is bad. And I realized all the pictures have to be in the same resolution, which Instagram, it's the year 2023. What are you doing? Why not just multiple aspect ratios for each picture? Facebook does it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's a single social media anything on the internet that keeps you making one aspect ratio for all your pictures. That's stupid. Come on now. Who owns Facebook? Who owns Instagram? Is it Zuckerberg?
Zuckerberg.
It's